Hello, everyone. As we reminisce over the love we have shared and memories we made with our loved one, our heart may begin to feel heavy because we feel all alone in some respect. However, as we allow the heaviness of emotions to be expressed through words and weeping, the burden begins to lift and we can move towards a sense of relief from the experience of grief. This is why it is important to be mindful of hope and to hold on to it during times of grief. Without hope, we might crawl down into a deep tunnel of despair from which it is very difficult to climb out. In a recent newsletter, I used the mnemonic for the word hope to stand for how one perseveres and endures. You see, hope is not just an abstract feeling, something you conjure up or imagine, but it is active, it is real, and even requires action on our part to have it. To have hope is to keep trying even when nothing seems to go our way. Hope gives us the courage to move forward with a sense of possibilities, even though they might never fruition. It causes us to at least make an attempt so that we might not have any regret for not having tried. In the face of death and dying, of course, hope seems to be the last thing on our mind, knowing that treatment options are limited and that there really is no cure for our loved one's disease, leaves us shattered, broken. We feel defeated to some extent because all our efforts to preserve our loved one's life are not enough, and we must come to terms with the reality of mortality and let go. We don't really have options at such times but to accept what is and what must be, which can cause us to feel like we're giving up, even on hope. The way to have hope in such times is by taking stock of what has been, what is, and what the future might look like. One must take time for self-reflection. Remind yourself that you loved and cared for your dear one to the best of your ability. Remind yourself of all the good things of life in the face of everything that hurts. Remind yourself of all the tough times that you were there together and you endured, and times you were there for each other. Now that your loved one is not physically present with you, surround yourselves with others who love you, who truly care for you, and will not become a burden in your time of need when you need to lean on them. Allow yourself to feel the pain of sorrow, knowing that pain is one of the signs of being alive, being able to feel. Remember, weeping may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning. I encourage you to let grief have its work, to allow sorrow to deeply move you so that emotions well up into tears, which in turn will work to the washing of the soul and assist in journeying from grief and mourning to memories that bring joy and laughter, even rekindling hope. The journey of grief is varied for each individual and has no time limits that can or should be assigned. No preset parameters can really define how one might process their sense of grief and loss. But tapping into hope, even if it's just a glimmer of it, is important. How one perseveres and endures is up to each one on their own. Knowing what one wants or needs, tapping into the resources available, and allowing others to provide the support that one needs. Hope is not ended when we come to an end of options. Hope is the next phase of what is to come. Hope is looking forward to what has not yet been, even though it is an unknown. May you have the courage to hope for the future, a future with its challenges, yet with great possibilities. A future where every opportunity that comes knocking at the door of your heart. You will not reject, but open your heart and hope to make connections again that are meaningful to you. As you persevere through this time of grief, I do believe you will endure. Peace be with you.